I'm glad you're joining us for Kids and Family Yoga. This is Maggie and I'm Jody. If you have a mat, get it out. If you're just on the carpet, that's fine. You can take your shoes and socks off. And that's all you need. You're ready for a half an hour of yoga practice with us. If you haven't seen our other videos, I encourage you to go back and start at the beginning. This is class 26, I believe. So we have learned a ton of different poses, and you can follow along with us today or maybe catch up on other videos first so you know what we're talking about. Here we go. We're sitting in butterfly. Can you join us in butterfly? So we're sitting down. Our feet are together. I'm holding on to my toes. I'm clasping onto them. But then I want you to try to sit up tall. Another part of this pose is actually, let's go ahead and move our knees up and down. And this is going to kind of warm up our thighs here. And the idea is to get a little bit more flexible so that your knees can go kind of closer to the floor. But not everybody can do that. Some of you might be like up high here. That's okay. With practice, you can get more flexible. So that's part of what yoga is. Can you sit up taller? Can you pull your shoulders back while you're holding onto your feet? Don't pull yourself over backwards. All right, so that's butterfly. We're going to do one we haven't done in a while, which is turtle. So go ahead and set your feet flat on the floor, and you dig your arms underneath, and now you have a turtle shell, which is your back, and you have your little feet coming out, and your head popping up out of your shell. And that's turtle. This one doesn't have any movement.
Just sit there.
Which makes sense for turtle.
No,
And now, similar pose, which is flower. All I'm going to do is lift up my legs now and put my palms up and kind of lean back. And you find that point of balance so that you don't roll back. And that's our flower. I love this one.
now boat.
And Maggie says boat next, which is very similar. Stay there. I'm just going to face side so that you can see how I'm leaned back. And I'm kind of in the shape of a boat, right? Kind of rounded. Good. Next one, fire log. So we're doing some seated poses here. Fire log.
Fire log? I've never heard of
Here's what it is. I'm going to stack my legs like they are logs that are stacked up. Doesn't matter. Pick one leg. We'll try both sides. And you'll find that one side is more comfortable than the other.
My leg just slips.
Well, keep trying. Don't give up. Try the other side. Let's everybody try to switch it. This leg down and this leg up on top. Ow. And your one side is going to feel very awkward because you're not used to crossing your legs that way. But it's actually a good thing to try both sides. Because when you sit cross-legged, all of us generally sit the same way every single time. So if you try to sit cross-legged the other way, it kind of feels funny. Yeah. So your legs are kind of conditioned to be in one position and not the other.
Yeah.
So in yoga practice, we always do both sides to try to help with that imbalance.
Oh yeah, it's so much easier. You just take the leg that's in under.
There you go. We taught Maggie something new. Fire log. All right, in any case, we're going to continue with a warm-up now. So I want you to go ahead and untwist yourself. And let's go cat and cow before we stand up. Cat and cow, hands and knees. We should probably all know this one already. As you round your back up to the ceiling, it's cat stretch. Just like cats really do stretch in real life. And then cow, we dip the center of our back down and our hips are up and our shoulders are up, just like a cow's back looks. But now let's add our breath. Exhale all your air out in cat stretch. Inhale into cow. Continue, breathe through your nose. Exhale in cat. Slowly inhale in cow. Slowly with your breath. Keep going. Try to move your backbone as much as you can, each direction. forward to a stand. I want you to step out wide with your legs. We're going to do moonflowers and sunflowers. Remember that one?
Moonflowers is a position.
Well, they're moving poses, and that's why they're good for warm-up. Make sure your legs are really wide. And our elbows are down, our hands are up, just like this. Moonflowers, we sink down and reach up, and that's all it is. So we squat, it's a really wide squat, and then we get ourselves up really tall to reach the ceiling. Good, so we're bringing our elbows down to your lower rib cage when you sink down, and then you reach up, stretching high. This helps us warm up your whole body, and it helps get your heart rate up just enough to warm yourself up so that your body becomes a little more flexible and able to do different poses without hurting yourself. So moonflowers become sunflowers when we hinge from the hips, sweep to the floor, and reach up again. So we bend the knees, but tip forward from your hips, and then come on up again. So that's the only difference there. So sunflowers hang their heads, and then they lift their heads, so that's where that name comes from. Good, one more time. All right, as you probably guessed, we're gonna do sun salutations. So face the side with me. We're gonna go through them fairly quickly because we've had a lot of practice with this and probably know them well enough to just keep moving from pose to pose. Are we ready? Standing in mountain pose. We're ready. Here we go. Sweep on up and swan dive down. Monkey. You can call it out with me if you want. Fold. Back to plank. Crocodile down. Up dog. Down dog. Step or hop through. Reverse swan dive up and end in chair. And we do it again. Here we go. Sweep up. Forward fold. Monkey. Fold. Plank. Crocodile. Up dog. Down dog. And keeping up. Step or hop through. Reverse swan dive up. And end in chair. One more time. Sweep up. Forward fold. Monkey. Fold. Plank. With grace, of course. Crocodile. Up dog. Down dog. Step or hop through. Reverse swan dive and chair. Okay, I want you to stay in chair with me. I want you to check your form in chair. I want you to try to sit through your heels. So your body weight is in your heels, not your toes. So I want you to wiggle your toes a little bit. If you can do that.
Toes, not my heels.
I know.
I can do that all day.
I know, but I don't want you to be on your toes. I want your toes lifted slightly. It's harder. It is. Sit your bottom back like you're sticking it back behind you, but keep your head up. Okay, yes, it's tiring. I want you to roll your shoulders. Go ahead and face the screen. Roll your shoulders up and back and down. And we're going to spend some time loosening up our shoulders now. Step your feet a little bit wider. And now I want you to do one at a time. And I want you to get your elbow kind of going to the side. Keep going with me, Maggie. Keep going. Because I'm going to build on this. So keep going with me. So you have your shoulder here. You roll it to the back. You know, your other shoulder's forward. You're going to roll it to the back. Roll it to the back. Now I want you to take your fingertips over your shoulders as you roll. Fingertips over the shoulders, and you're still twisting your body. One shoulder's forward. See, it's forward. And now I sweep my hand over and bring it back. 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 Put a shoulder forward, then take that hand, and it ends up behind you. Sweep over the shoulder. Sweep over the shoulder. Now I want you to straighten the arms. And this is like swimming
shoulders. Look at the difference between Maggie and me. Totally different. I have a shoulder forward, and I'm going to rotate it all the way behind. And then all the way behind. And I'm taking it back in the same way. I just have straight arms now. Swimming. Swimming backstroke. All right. Sorry if I confused you and you lost coordination there. Don't worry about it, okay? Let's move on to our standing poses. What do we have in store? We're gonna do garland, which is not. It's kind of. We're on our feet. It's.
Oh yeah.
There it is. I was gonna give you hints, but Maggie's gonna go ahead and show you.
You just stand up.
Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, and we go straight down.
Wait, what is this?
Now you might need to adjust your feet here or there to make it just right for you. My elbows are on the inside of my knees and kind of pushing my knees out. And my palms are together and my head is up. So I want you to grow a little bit taller in garland.
Oh.
And then we make it frog just by hanging our arms out in front. And in frog, if you want to lean forward a little bit and you can be on your toes, it's probably a lot easier. So let's switch back and forth so you can feel the difference. Garland, put your weight in your heels and sit up tall. Frog, you can lean forward on your toes and have a little bit of balance with your hands on the floor in front of you. One more time. Garland and frog. Okay, I want you to rise back up. This is going to take some leg strength. Come on up. There she goes. Whew, that one made me warm. Okay, that's a good thing. Standing poses. Wide-legged forward bend. Get your feet wider. We're going to start holding your elbows and hanging forward. And allow your head to hang. And then I want you to sway side to side. Hold your elbows.
Hold your elbows. I don't want to.
All right, I want you to roll up. I'm going to show you something new, and I want you to watch me first because you won't be able to see me in this pose. We have wide legs, and we're going to be in forward fold, but we're going to add a twist to it. So watch me as I hang forward. I'm going to put right hand down and left hand to the ceiling. Yeah. Ready? Come with me. Wide legs. Hang forward. Put your right hand in the center. Right hand is in the center. Left hand reaches for the ceiling. And if you can look up to the ceiling, great. Maggie, other way.
This is.
I know that.
Oh.
We're figuring it out.
My legs can't see.
If you can't touch the floor, make your feet wider and then you'll be able to touch the floor. Okay, put that hand down and roll up. Because we have to do the other side, right? To make our bodies even. Feet are wide. So this time you're going to take your left hand down to the floor and right hand up to the ceiling. So hang forward, place your hand, and then rotate. And if you could look up to the ceiling, but with your hand, great. Evidently this requires some balance. All right, put that hand down, roll up. What'd you think about that one?
Nah.
She doesn't like it. Darn. Okay, we'll continue to try to please Maggie. How about eagle?
Eagle?
Eagle, like the bird, an eagle. Eagle. Okay, however, this eagle is all like twisted up. Yes. This is our most challenging balance pose.
I'm set for dancer.
The dancer is pretty hard too. Let's try the arms first. Okay, untwist your legs. Place your right elbow forward, just like this, in front of your shoulder. Take your left arm under, and then around.
And then hold it back.
And then pull your elbows up a little bit higher, and keep your arms, fingertips pointing at the ceiling. Good. So, we have to do the other side. Left elbow forward.
Wait, what? You do the other side?
Come with me. Left elbow forward. Right arm under and wrapped. Okay, so we're doing a deconstructed eagle. We did the arms first, and you might want to roll your shoulders. Oh, yes. Now we're going to do just the legs. Okay? So I want you to, we're going to wrap the right leg over. So we're standing on the left leg. Okay? We're mirroring you so that we can do this together. Take your right leg and cross, and try to wrap your toes around your leg if you can. If you can do all of this, then I want you to sit and do it a little bit and put your arms out, because we're just doing
Swaying eagle.
we can do the eagle is not wrapped up. His wings are free.
They won't be in a minute.
I love it. I love it. So the full eagle would be wrapped arms and wrapped legs, but we're doing them separately. So hopefully we can be a little bit more balanced and successful. So let's try the other leg. You're going to wrap the left leg around this time. So when you found your balance and you're ready, wrap your toes around. And then, if you can sit down a little bit, sit back. And then you can get your wings out if they help you in any way. They're just for fun. Maggie's a swaying eagle and I'm not. I'm in flight. Wonderful. Again, one side might have been harder than the other.
Yeah.
That happens. It's okay. All right, that was great. Let's see what else we have in store for you. Oh, yes. Okay, so 2 more standing poses that I want you to try. Okay, pyramid. We haven't done this many times, so face aside with me. And let's step the right, this will be your right leg back. Step the right leg back, okay? Not a ton. Just about like this.
Not too last, but not too
All
much.
you do in pyramid is hang forward. Now, not everyone can touch the floor, so maybe you have your hands supported on your front leg.
I can't.
That's okay. You're gonna feel your front leg getting this stretch. Be gentle. You don't want to fall into this pose because then you can overstretch, or if you stretch it really quickly, you can pull a muscle. You want to be gentle and then come up slowly out of the pose. Okay, keep your legs here because I'm going to show you revolved triangle. Watch me. Watch me. I'm going to go into pyramid, but then I'm going to put, so right hand, your right hand here on the leg, and your left arm up to the ceiling. Okay, now try this with me, because you were just watching me that time, right? So try this with me. So your right leg is back, your right hand is going to go on the front leg as you lean forward, and left arm is up. So you're twisted. Yes, revolved is twisted. Don't fall over. Find your balance and move slowly. And then come on out of that. Good, so we want to try the other side. All I want you to do, look at this. Keep your legs in position and turn. No, you had your leg back. So come with me, Maggie. No, don't switch your legs. Don't switch your legs.
But before, this leg was still back.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Like this one.
Okay, so we found the other position. Maggie, don't confuse everybody, please. Okay, we want to do pyramid first. So we want to just hang forward. Maybe your hands touch the floor. Maybe they're supported on your front leg. You're just hanging the upper body forward. There you go. Support yourself on that front leg if you need to. Okay, so watch me first. Revolved triangle on this side. I'm going to take my left hand. Just watch me first. Left hand goes on the front leg. Right hand goes to the ceiling. Okay, you coming with me this time? We hang forward. Maggie, make your feet match mine. Nope. We want to do this correctly. Hand across. And the other hand up to the ceiling. Good. Look over. Okay, there you go. You got it. Oh, yoga gets harder and harder, doesn't it? With all of these twisting positions. Come on up. And this is why I say to do these videos in order, because we do progressively get harder and harder. But with practice, we'll get better at them. And that's part of the challenge, part of the fun. We're going to do some floor exercises. So come on down, start on hands and knees. And that's so that we can go back towards child's pose with our arms extended forward. Do a little floor work here. We're going to go forward, shifting your shoulders over your wrists and drop your hips down. Crocodile down. And then push back into child's pose. Good. We're going to get some good arm work this way. Forward. This is plank on your knees. Crocodile down. And then use your arms. Push back to child's pose. To make those arms strong.
I thought we should add cobra.
Nah. Forward. Sink down crocodile. And push back to child's
Then
pose.
this and then that.
I just want to get the arm work out of it. Keep on going. Do it one more time. Oh, good. All right, so we're ready to turn so that we're seated and in staff position, staff. And from here, we're gonna do windshield wipers. There's different ways to do this one. I like it leaning back on my elbows. I'll make you scooch back that way so that you can see a little bit. Okay, so I'm leaning on my elbows, and
this way.
I'm gonna bend my knees and keep my knees together. Point my toes, and rock your knees from one side to the other
squishy part
side.
of the house. It's the squishy part of the house.
So your knees stay together as they rock side to side. Windshield wipers.
Almost like.
So if you are laying on your back like Maggie, you put your arms out to a T and you do the leg the exact same way. Arms out to a T. Show them correctly.
I feel like.
So I'm going to join her here. And I can keep my feet on the floor, or another version, try this with me, is to keep your knees bent and now take them side to side. This takes more abdominal strength.
There's a deep hole.
And moving your legs from side to side is going to be more difficult this way. But we call this windshield wipers also. Same kind of thing. Alright, now I want you to hug your knees to your chest and rock on your back. Rock, rock, rock a few times. And to a seated position. We're going to come up onto our knees for camel.
Wait, we still didn't do full eagle.
I know we didn't today. That's okay. We just did the parts of it. Camel, we're going to make fists. Put them into our lower back. Pull your elbows towards each other. Come up really tall and then lean a little bit back. And this is what, Maggie? We want to be graceful. We do not want to fall out of poses. That's how you hurt yourself. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Okay? So if it becomes uncomfortable or you need to adjust, then do it slowly and gently. And if you are flexible enough to put your hands on your heels, then you can do that. But if you try it and it hurts, do not do it. Okay, come back to this. That's camel. All right. How about hero? Sitting on your heels. Taking your hands behind your back and puffing your chest out. No, stay right here. This is hero. Pull your shoulders back. So Heroes are strong. They have these strong chests and shoulders. So that's why we're pulling our shoulders back. And looking straight up forward, their heads held high. Now another thing we can do is what Maggie was suggesting. Again, we fold forward and lift our hands up to the ceiling, which is a great stretch for our chest.
Well, it's just in child's pose. You just lower your hands and then you're in child's pose.
Yeah, it's a similar position. All right, release that. And favorite poses. We have time for a couple. What do we like the best? Let's choose a seated pose first. All right, at home, I want you to think of one. I wish that this was interactive and you can tell me your favorite pose and we can do it right now. But all I have is me and Maggie here, so we'll pick a couple of our favorites. I like mermaid.
I like.
Think about it at home. Do mermaid with me. So, my right leg is folded back.
I like.
Left hand is here behind
I like
me.
both.
Right hand is gonna lift up.
I like both.
Okay, so we'll do that one next. And think about your favorite pose. I'm gonna give you that chance to do your favorite seated pose. Do mermaid with us first, and then we'll have a chance to choose our own. Thanks for doing my favorite with me. This is one of those we want to do on both sides. So we come down and we switch legs. And this time your right hand is behind you.
I always get this confused.
And left hand up. And then push your hips forward and reach to the ceiling. I love this one. Okay, it's your turn.
Oh, wait,
Hopefully you have a
actually,
chance to think.
This is my favorite.
And Maggie chooses easy pose as her favorite. So that's kind of boring, I think. But your chance at home. I want you to show whoever is at home with you, show them your favorite seated yoga pose. Something seated. Maggie says boat, so I'll do her favorite pose with her.
I just really like lean back.
All right, one more chance to do another favorite pose, but a standing pose. Let's finish with a standing pose. And let's think of our favorite standing pose.
A laying pose, like when.
All right, my favorite standing pose. I really like wide-legged forward fold. You can hold your elbows or just hang forward. While you're in this pose with me, think about your favorite, okay?
I
So
like that. Yeah.
hang forward with me. And think of your own, because next we'll finish class with your favorite standing pose. All right, roll up. Hopefully you've thought of something. I wish I could do it with you, but I will do Maggie's favorite with
I
her.
like that one.
Favorite standing pose.
I like swing. Swing.
All right, pigeon?
Swing pigeon?
No, not
Yeah,
swing.
I like swing pigeon.
All right, another favorite. You can do whatever you want. If you have a different favorite, show whoever's at home with you your favorite standing pose. If you can think of one. If not, do this with us.
It's basically tree, just that your foot's crossed and you're bending.
And your pose, if it requires doing the other side like mine does, then switch. If not, try to hold your pose. Depends on what you're in. Some are challenging to hold, some aren't. Thanks for joining us today. We did great. We learned a lot. It was fun.